2 years ago, we had a scenario where there was a threat in our middle school. I was the assistant principal at the high school, but my role again as safety coordinator for the district means that wherever there's an issue, no matter what that is, that's where I go. We had a very short amount of time to decide what steps do we need to take, whether we evacuate the building, stay put, kind of how that works. And I had been at the same time working on this emergency manual. And so I had just created criteria actually that allowed us the opportunity to say, in this circumstance, this is the result. And then all of the pieces fall into place. So, because of how that circumstance worked out, we made the decision to evacuate the building. Within 15 minutes, I had enough bus drivers lined up. And in 20 minutes, I had all of the kids out of the building and in a safe place in our town. Okay, now we've got 400 kids, give or take, and we've got to get them all back to their parents. What then happened is we were able to have these checklists of, okay, have we done step 1, 2, 3? Have we contacted media? Have we contacted parents? And so we worked through this contact list, which again, I was still in the process of putting all these pieces together. Having these checklists and materials prepared made a huge difference for us. One of the things we committed to do was we had all of the kids' contact paperwork printed in a backpack ready to grab and go. And that's in every building, we've got that. So the secretaries grab the material, grab a couple laptops, our tech guys meet them at the church, they set up a remote network, and it just starts. Now, my end of things, I have to trust the reunification happens because I need to stay in the building. We had searches to do and coordination with the police and all these other agencies. So for me, the next step then is, if I can't be at the reunification site with those students, who do I trust in the process? It happened to be that all of the key players that particular day were out of district. Our superintendent, Mr. Moore, was actually in Texas at a superintendent conference. His secretary, who is supposed to be in charge of setting up the reunification, was also out of town with some family things going on. I'm blessed enough. I've got a secretary that she and I work incredibly well together. I was able to make a phone call and I said, Casey, you're going to be in charge of reunification. You will run the show over top of everyone. Step 1, step 2, step 3, it's all in paper. Are you ready? She grabbed the materials from my office, hit the road, met him at the church. And I don't think we've had a better scenario for getting kids back to parents than that. We were able to send out through Infinite Campus messages that said, parents, your students are here. Everyone is 100% safe. Here's the form, bring an ID. And within about 45 minutes, we had all of the kids that could get checked back to their parents checked back. And then it was a matter of organizing our transportation department to come back, pick up a few kids, deliver them home at the end of the day. So it really was kind of the perfect storm of, we were in the middle of designing these processes. The rest of the pieces fell into place, but only because we've got the team that can get it done. For any district or any organization that doesn't have a standard response protocol, that has to be key in beginning the process of a safe place. Now, I don't care if you're a bank, a hospital, a school, using coded language doesn't work. Nothing should be a secret. So we have a few commands that we use, such as hold in place, shelter in place. We have a lockout. We have these different protocols, and they are consistent in every single building. So if we have a traveling substitute or paraprofessional or a speech person, if they hear one of the standard response protocols, the message is the same in every room. You do step 1, step 2, step 3. There's no guessing games. And I think that really has been pivotal to making sure that what we do works. We do a really great job with our staff, and a few of our elementary schools are doing things and drills with their students intentionally. So, for example, if we have a lockout, we've had a few lockouts in Havre. If I hear Mrs. Bitts or the principal, whoever it may be, blow the whistle and say lockout, our students are prepared. We practice that. We know what to do with that. And so taking that concept, the fire drill concept, and implementing that into our 4th, 5th grade, our middle school, and our high school so that our students have working knowledge of the plan. but it's an empowering thing. They know that there are options if something happens. So getting a K-12 approach to that, our next step. Now that we have those things, those tools, it's time to just make sure everybody, K-12 students, staff, visitor, they know the process. It's it shouldn't be scary. It should be empowering. If we need to and have our public schools, we're going to fight like hell. That's who we are.